Welcome to the Big Leg Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, of course, Blue Ranger Peter, and today is, what's the day? Today is August 12th, and today's episode 4 of the Big Leg Podcast, I believe. I hope it updated properly on my stream. Okay, yeah, so welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Big Leg Podcast, the show for people who like to laugh, explore new things, and personally grow personally. I don't know. Your boys got to get the intro down, but this is only episode 4. And it's doing pretty good. We're already 4 episodes in, which has gone by pretty fast, I'd like to say so myself. So today, people, we got a whole bunch of stuff ready for you. We got laughs, we got gaffs, we got laughy taps. Now we got some jokes, some things to explore today, stuff about Japan and stuff about jokes, and actually, let me check my show notes here, because I got my show notes. Also, let's, actually, before we check the show notes, let's, welcome, Road Jogan here. Of course, my big old pal here lets me use the studio all the time. Road Jogan, what do you got to say today? Yeah, Joe's loon. Just a reminder, every episode Joe says something different, but he only remembers one thing to say because the RAM in his brain is broken or very low. So he only remembers like one word or sentence. So every podcast is going to be a different one. Today it's what was that, Joe? What did you just say again? Huh? What did you say, little pal? Yeah, I can't tell if he's being angry or if he's sleeping inside his own brain, like his eyes are open, but he's just sleeping. Anyways, yeah, so let me just take a quick check of my show notes. Your boy's still trying to figure out which app he's going to use. And today I'm using my own Discord, but in a hidden channel no one can see all my notes. So yeah, your boy's got some good comedy, he's got some bad comedy, he's got some new followers today, he's got some books to talk about, and he's got, things lined up. Your boy's getting a little bit better and better at this. So before we start the show, I did say I was going to stop this last week, but I already flip-flopped on my decision. And before we start, let's welcome all the new followers we've gotten this week. So this week we did 2 Valorant streams, a Jackbox stream, and of course now this stream on a Friday instead of the regular Thursday. I'd like to welcome and thank Rebel TV Live for following, Blevin, who also donated $10. I haven't gotten a donation in a while, so I heard the welcome to the bread bank sound happen when I got $10. He was a really chill dude when I met him in my game, and it was so nice of him to send $10 my way. And he's like, dude, you're so entertaining, appreciate it, and I appreciate it back, so thank you. And then Carbonized Egg, who also followed, and then before that, a week ago during the guitar stream, we had 3 people in the VR chat world. Their names on Discord seem to be Zilla, Genesis, and Kazutora. So thank you for joining the Discord community, where you'll find Peter's updated schedule and all sort of things Big Leg related, actually. So if you're interested in, talking to your boy or hanging out with your boy Blue Ranger Peter, join my Discord, the Blue Man group and stuff. I'll put actually a link in the Twitch chat right now, but if you find me on social media like Instagram or anywhere you're finding this, you can basically find my invite to my Discord. Anyways, but yeah, because all the stuff I get usually gets scattered from there. People share with me, or I just make notes and save it there for myself for later, which I did today. And so yeah, and before we move on, one last thing, let's get an update on the Valorant stuff going on. Oh shit, Petey, I always forget you, Petey. PD and P, I always forget you guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Everybody, give a round of applause for PD and P, who always run the show and who are our moderators today. So thank you, PD and P. And looks like you guys don't have the monitor up. Petey, can you bring up that monitor, please? I don't really see any action going there. I just want to make sure it works, Petey. I don't doubt your skills and stuff. Okay, you got Google going there. Okay, and it's working fine. Yeah, Petey says it's working fine. Awesome. Thanks, Petey. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, Petey. Okay. So yeah, and what did we get? What were the numbers last week? So yeah, we're trying to hit 1,000 laughs in Valorant. Still only 2 streams a week, but we're actually making good numbers. I mean, I feel like it's going to be too slow to actually get to 1,000 by the end of the year, because I think we're averaging around 10 laughs a week, and how many weeks are left? There's like 4 months left. So 4 weeks in a month, 4 times 4 is, oh god, bad math today. 4 times 4 is 816, so 16 weeks. 16 times 10, that's 160. That's not a lot, bro, because we're at like 677. That's not gonna cut it. Your boy's gotta like boost those Valorant streams, man. He's gotta like go hard, and he can't leave it to the end like he always does with ADHD. You can't do that, man. That's not gonna work out. But we did get 13 laughs this week, so it went from 664 last week to the newest 677. Yeah, your boy's gotta do more Valorant streams, bro. But you know what? Your boy also wants to do these streams, because if he doesn't do them now, he might never do them. So it's best a little bit of a balance. I might have to put on some more extra streams and put colonist.io to the side sometimes, because I do that as my extra streams when I feel like get YOLO. Anyways, so let's get right into the podcast, people. Your boy still doesn't have too much going on with the sound effects, but so far we just got the. Actually, wait, we got this sound effect. So let's get into the laugh portion. Your boy, laugh portion. We got the Donkey Kong laugh. To start off the laugh portion, I think that's going to be the staple. So in this portion, we just tell 3 jokes your boys found this week, whether they're long or short. This week we got a few semi-long ones. They're categorized as long, but they're pretty good. All right, so let's start. Or actually, maybe this should have been the boom tis. Where's the boom tis? I think that should have been the intro the sound to it. So yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. So anytime I tell a joke, obviously play that sound. So let's go to the first joke. Mrs. Johnson was having her first set of twins, a boy and a girl. Once again, she fell into a coma before... Wait, what? Once again. Okay. Yeah, she was having twins. Okay, so she falls into a coma before delivery, so it fell onto her younger brother to name the newborns. Traditionally, that job would fall on the eldest, but he had lost the privilege after naming her first set of twins, Dennis and nephew. Denise... Oh, sorry. Okay. I fucked up this joke horribly, people. I fucked up this joke horribly. Joe's getting mad. He's actually getting so mad. Oh, now he's happy. Now he's furious. Now he's getting so mad. He's so pissed that I told the joke wrong. So, Joe, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll make it up to you. Okay, I'll make it up to you. I'm gonna tell the joke from the top properly. Okay, I can't believe I screwed up the joke this hard. Okay, let's start from the top so people don't get confused with the stupid joke, which is kind of funny if I say it properly. Okay, starting from the top, people. Mrs. Johnson was having her second set of twins, a boy and a girl. Once again, she fell into a coma before delivery, so it fell onto her younger brother to name the newborns. Traditionally, that job would fall to the eldest, but he had lost his privilege after naming her first set of twins, Denise and the nephew. When she finally came to, she saw her brother standing by her side, holding her children, her new set of twins. "What did you name the boy?" she asked, and her brother said, "Dixon." She goes, "Finally." Oh, she thought a reasonable name for once for her son. "And what did you name the girl?" "Dicks off." Dicks on, dicks off, get it? Denise the nephew. Nah, see, she still got trolled on. We do a little trolling in this family. Okay, you like that one, Joe? Oh, Joe liked that one, yeah. Again, because he only knows one sound, it means every emotion he knows or feels, so that's kind of funny. All right, next joke. Joke number 2. All right, so Death shows up at this guy's door and says, "Jack, your time is up. I'll take you now." Jack says, "Not today, please. I have a lot more to do in my life." Death shoots back, "Oh no, you're the first on the list to die. It says right here on my little paper." "All right," Jack says, "I'll finish what I'm doing first, or even better, I'll make you some coffee while you wait, and after I'm done, we can leave." As Jack makes the coffee, he puts sleeping pills into Death's coffee and hands it to him. As Death falls asleep, Jack erased his name and placed it at the end of the list. After an hour goes by, Death wakes up and goes, "Whoa, my friend, I slept so well. You're a good person, Jack. You know what? You treated me so well. Because of that, I'll start with the person at the bottom of the list." Yeah, I think I butchered that joke a bit with but you know, if you can remember that joke and tell it better, if you think that joke's worthy at telling, I'd say, you know, tell it over. And Joe, did you find that joke funny? Oh, Joe still found it funny. He's not gonna make a sound, I don't think, but he still found it funny. Thank you, Joe. Anyways, last joke here. Okay, a French, a Brit, and an American are on an expedition in the Amazon. They are captured by a tribe of cannibal natives. The chief says to them, "You must die for intruding on our land, but it is our custom to allow you to choose your own death." After some time, the Frenchman says, "My great father, mon great père, died by sword while fighting for France. I shall do the same to honor him." He takes a sword and impales him in honor of his grandfather. The natives take him away, skin his body, and turn him into a canoe. Which is odd, but that's what they do. The Brit says, "My father gave me a pistol on his deathbed. I shall shoot myself in honor of him." The Brit takes the gun and shoots himself with his grandfather's or father's pistol. The natives take him away, skin him, and turn him into a canoe. A while later, the American asks for a fork. Confused, they give the American his fork, and the American starts stabbing himself violently with the fork, all over himself. The natives scream out, "What are you doing?" The American replies, "You're not turning me into a canoe." Because he's putting holes, and you can't put holes in a canoe. I just dissected the joke like a frog, and the frog has died, just like the joke. Anyways, those are your 3 jokes for the week. Joe, did you enjoy those jokes? Yeah, he enjoyed those jokes. He's laughing. He's giving me the smile face. I always have to describe to the audio listeners what face he's making, because, you know, I have different faces for Ro joke in here. I keep calling him Joe or Ro. It's interchangeable. It's like calling someone Tony or Anthony. You know, same shit. Not really, but we're going to do that for this show. Another thing I want to add to this show, though, today, is we got no more memes. I don't think I'm gonna share any more memes anymore on the show. But someone actually posted in my Discord, we have a section called bad comedy, because I believe that, you know, to get good at something, or to know what to categorize anything in your life, or really define something well, is to know what the good and the bad of something is, right? So if you're trying to make a goal or something, for example, let's turn this into something positive. Like, if you are, let's say here, it's like, if your goal is to like design a room or something, like if you want to design your bedroom or something like that, what you want to do really is know what you like and what you definitely don't like. And it's easier to find what you like when you define what you don't like. It makes it just way more easier. It makes the pool of things to pick from just way more smaller. So I know this is kind of a stupid small thing, but someone in my Discord, they put literally a picture. I'm going to put it up on screen for our visual viewers, but at home, let me just copy this image, or copy the image link, open link, or, damn, no, open the link in the wrong way. Copy link. PD, can we get that up on screen, please? Can we get that up on screen? PD's going to put the link in. It's just going to give us the image. And someone just shared this image. It was just like Squidward, he's playing football from SpongeBob, and it just says Squid Game underneath. And so, yeah, it's a pretty bad joke. And the reason why I'm sharing it, it's not like, oh, bad joke and that's it. I think what would make this joke better, like, would probably be the fact that if you maybe had a picture of a squid, right? And he had a knife, or no, a squid, or so. Oh, I thought of this before. Your boy fucked up on his notes. But basically, I think the joke needs to be something a little more drastic, right? Like, I know what it was. I remember what it was. If you had a picture of a kid and he was playing basketball, right? So let's search a kid. Peter, can you get up on the screen, please? Sorry. Kid playing basketball, right? And let's you know, I think it's more constructive if we get this going here, right? So we got this kid playing basketball, right? And so instead of a basketball or something like that, I don't know, there's a squid, okay? There's a squid instead of the basketball, and then underneath it says Squid Game. I think that'd be a little bit more funnier. The idea is that, like, kid, weird circumstance, what the hell is this image? And then the text would make sense of the joke. And I think that's how you make logic connect in ways people don't expect. That's how you make a joke. And personally, I think that's what would make the joke better. Joe, what do you think? Do you think that would have made the joke better? He's just giving me bigger eyebrows. He doesn't know. Joe's not good at jokes. He's a funny guy, but he's not good at stand-up, let's be real. Sorry, Joe, if you're ever listening to this. Or, I mean, Ro Jogan's brother. But I love you as a guy, but your stand-up ain't for me, pal. It's a little bit too chatty for me. I'll just throw that out there now. Anyways, that's it for the laugh segment, I believe. Let me just check my show notes here. I don't think I had anything else here for the laugh segment. I don't think. Let me just double check. No, that's about it. Okay, so next segment of the show we call the Explore section. We're kind of like introduce you to new things, not necessarily things that make your life improved, like you grow as a person. That's left for the grow section, where you're actually educational learning, but it's more like things you didn't know existed. And let's Vine boom right in. Your boy still doesn't have a transition to switch between these scenes, but he's gonna Vine boom right into this. Okay. So the next segment we got is where basically anything in my Discord I kind of look over, and I kind of explore what you guys share with me, or whatever I save there for myself to remind myself later for this podcast. This week, let's see here. So we didn't really have anything crazy going on in like the videos or the comedy gold or anything like that. Nothing super crazy that I already shared. But your boy did want to share in the music. So we actually didn't even talk about music for a long time. Your boy's really into music, for those who don't know, but many of you know. And I shared a couple of tracks. Some good tracks in the music section I've shared were I can't really play them on the podcast here because of copyright reasons. But if you're ever looking for good music, your boy found some good like 80s, modern 80s tracks by this artist named The Midnight. And if you don't know who he is, search up The Midnight, and he's made some really great like 80s style but modern music. Some other tracks that are notable that's kind of like 80s is Night Drive by VHS Dreams, Overthinking Rain by Pierce Fulton, which is a really cool like flow song, and then Easy Way Out by Roosevelt, Roosevelt is also a good song. I'm realizing this segment might be stupid, and recommending music in an audio segment without music is also a really stupid thing for me to do, so this might be the last time I do this, but thought I'd share some music with you guys if you're looking for something specific that's worth noting. Other than that, something that I really would like also to note is that we have a section in my Discord called Your Favorite Lyrics. And from one of these songs called Heartbeat by The Midnight, is like, it's this lyric that goes, if you can feel your heartbeat, you're not done yet, you can't be. Now, I know that doesn't rhyme, but the next segment rhymes with that. And why I really like this part, these lyrics, is because it's just something about these lyrics is so simple yet packed with joy. It's like you're using something that's generally negative, like you can't be, but you're framing it in a way that makes it, turns doubt into hope. So it's the song Heartbeat is like, if your heart is beating, there's love out there for you somewhere in the world, right? And so I think it's just a nice, and the way he sings it, it's like, if you can feel your heartbeat, you're not done yet, you can't be. And it's like such a catchy rhythm. But yeah, no, it's just something sounds so more hopeful about it. It's like, no, you can't be done. Don't take like doubt, don't take like hopelessness for an answer. There's enough love in the world. Like, go fucking find it, you idiot. That's how I kind of take it. I don't know. So yeah. So that's what happened with me in the music world. Another thing that we're going to share is any books I've been introduced to or read lately. Recently, I think I mentioned this on the last podcast. I definitely did. Is that Sane Gaming recommended I check out Berserk and Vagabond. I haven't checked them out yet personally, but I searched up right after that podcast Berserk, and for some reason Berserk is so expensive, and I don't know why. Maybe it just always was, but like I went on frickin' Amazon, and the book is $40 for on sale, 40% off. Let's be real first. So it's like regular $70 in Canada right now, and on sale was like $40. I could have bought it, but I didn't, for the first book. And if you want all the books, it's $410. Like, and that's, I think, what is it, 6 books? Yeah, I think it comes with 6 books. And that's insane to me, but I imagine that's all the books in the series. It looks like it. Like, why else would you sell a pack of 6 without all of them in it? But I don't know. I digress. So I don't know. I was looking into that, and I just found that insane. That like is all manga really that expensive? I mean, your boy doesn't read a lot of manga. The most I got into was this compilation by what's his name? I have his book right here. Junji Ito, who is a master of manga horror of recent years. Or many years, I don't know how long, but he's made a compilation of horror that I was recommended to by Super Eye Patch Wolf or Super Wolf. No, Eye Patch Super Wolf. I forget his fucking name. PD, what the hell's the YouTuber's name? I actually mentioned him like last week too, didn't I? Super Eye Patch Wolf. Yeah, Super Eye Patch Wolf. That's his name. Okay. But yeah, he made a video a while ago, and I checked it out, and that's what got me onto that horror stuff. So I thought that was really cool, and I thank that YouTuber for sharing that. But yeah, no, Junji Ito, that was the only book I ever read that's actually a manga that I've bought. So I would also recommend that. That's a really cool book. Because actually, you know what, PD, just freaking Google that book while we have something in the book sense. And so Junji Ito and the compilation of his stories are called Shiver. So this is what the book looks like. Any images? Can we get like images from the book? So this is the book, and it's a compilation of some of his best horror stuff, right? And so one story is about a guy who like it's pretty grossed out, and like the imagery is what he's really known for. Oh yeah, so warning for anyone who doesn't like gross imagery or anything like that. So you got images like this. I won't give stuff away too much about this book, but you got this. I forget which this story is, but something about like holes. I can't really do justice what the names were, but you have the story about this supermodel who looks super weird, and honestly, the setup for the story is so like, okay, come on, guys. How do you not know this person's probably going to kill you later, like, type story, right? And that's not really a spoiler. It's like, yeah, this person's probably going to kill these people later because how freaky it is. There's this other freaky thing with, like, the brain extending with heads and turning to a caterpillar. I actually forget how that one was all about. But, yeah, just the imagery of this fucking compilation book was just awesome. And I think if you're ever into, like, if you've never heard of Junji Ito, definitely get this book. It is awesome. And it really did send shivers down my spine going through this. I don't know why the whole one. This one is like the one that gets everyone. But it also goes to like the agoraphobia, I think. The fear of holes. I don't think that's what agoraphobia is. Peter, Petey, what's agoraphobia? Can you please search that? Agoraphobia. What is agoraphobia? I think I have it mixed up. Agoraphobia. Anxiety or avoidance of place situations from escape might be difficult or in which help me. What? That's agoraphobia? What? Sense of dread? No. What's the phobia of holes called? Phobia of holes. And we don't want to do this in the image section because actually that bothers me. I don't have this phobia, but it does bother me seeing the holes. I don't have like an insane reaction to trypophobia. Okay, refers to disgust or fear of pattern of holes. So yeah, disgusting, nasty, and so it definitely plays on that. So I don't know. I think that was kind of a nice little segue to something actually useful in the book section. Your boy didn't get too much into that, but yeah. Other than that, I think we should just go into the creator corner section. Yeah, we don't have a lot to explore like we did the last couple of weeks, but oh wait, we do actually. What am I saying? Another thing, I guess, we'll go into the movies and TV section before we go into any further into the creator corner, actually. Your boy's watching Stranger Things, okay? He's watching Stranger Things, and I was asking my Discord, hey guys, I finished season 1 and 2. What should I expect from season 3 and 4? Because 2 was kind of a disappointment, but around the end it sort of picked up. Stranger Things, I don't know, man. Season 1 was solid, okay? Season 1 was solid, and, like, it had its moments around the end where, like, the mom character seemed to, like, they did this thing with the mom character where she was like, yes, this helpless crazy mom, and it was kind of believable, and it was really believable. It wasn't kinda. It was done pretty well, and all the characters felt real, and it was working really well. It was just around the end, like things were still solid, but it was teetering on like now the mom wears like a black leather jacket to indicate visually as a metaphor for her badassness and transformation as someone who could handle a situation, who someone went from lost to now in control type thing, like not afraid anymore of what's going on with her son. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of didn't like how obvious they kind of made that. Like, it's just like, where did you get this black jacket? Why is she wearing it all the time? It just like seemed out of nowhere. But whatever. That's like the only nitpick I can really remember from season 1. Other than that, in season 2, they just start off with so many freaking lame cliches. Like, there was this one part where they're like drawing things that like the son is drawing, son character is drawing, and he's like going like crazy, like he's manic or something. And it's obviously a map he's drawing, and then like they like get all the papers together and like, what does this mean? What do these things mean? I'm like, it's a map. It's a map! And then one of them goes, wait a minute, hang on, put these two together? My God, it's a map! It's like season 2 had too many moments where they had to spell it out for the audience like they were stupid. And when I'm going into season 3, I watched like the first episodes of season 3, like 2 episodes, like yesterday, I mean. Like, and what I'm getting out of season 3, it's like, I feel like every time they make a new season, they go off of the statistics of what did the fans like, what didn't they like, what was obvious, what wasn't obvious, and so they build the next season based off of statistics and what the marketing team has found that was difficult for the audience from the previous season to understand, and blah blah blah, and what they wanted and what they didn't want. And so, because like the second you get into season 3, it goes all into like this MILF dynamic with like the fucking stepbrother from season 2, and like it's just like, okay, yeah, it was fun. Like, they gave the fans what they wanted more of. That was kind of hinted of in season 2. And then they kind of did it in a smart way. I'll give them that. Then they did a complete 180 with that angle. And so it's like they gave what the fans... They gave something for the fans to talk about in season 3, first episode. And then they turned it on its head to something that they could actually do with the story. I'll give them that. But fucking season 2 had too many cliche moments. Luckily picked up around the end. Like, it had some tense moments with, like, lots of monsters involved. And that was kind of cool. But, like... Another nitpick about season 2 is that, like, oh my God, like, the fucking boyfriend character they introduced out of nowhere, he was just Mr. Perfect. Yes, he wasn't Mr. Handsome. That's the flaw you could argue. But, like, hey, I'm just this guy. I'm going to be super supportive. I know all the right jokes. I know all the right things to say. Except for one thing that actually started off season 2 and caused the fucking little boy to end up in so much trouble and fucked him over with a monster. But anyways, that's besides the point. He's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm emotionally cool. I might act a little normal, but all of a sudden, I jump on the bandwagon, because why not? I need to help move the plot. Like, it was just so, like, he was so Mr. Perfect, and, like, I'll just end it there for anyone who hasn't seen season 2, but around the end of season 2, fucking, it's just obvious where this character is going, and I just couldn't handle how Mr. Perfect he was. It was just annoying to watch his character. Anyways, season 3 rolls around, and out of the gate, boom, color, stupid shit. I'm like, all right, I'm really not enjoying this, but it has its little moments. I'm like, okay, it's... What bothers me about Stranger Things is that it has just enough story, and because you were so invested in season 1, and, like, you hear about season 4, and, like, oh my God, they're older, and oh my God, the last 2 episodes are 2 hours long, and oh my God, it's like... Fuck, now I have to watch, like, the shitty parts of the show to get to to see where the story at least goes. Because, like, I would argue season 1 does such a good job that you kind of want to just, if there's anything about the story that continues, and, like, season 2 and 3 probably have enough moments that keep you grounded to keep watching. Like, that's what annoys me about the show, is that there's just enough to string you along. You might hate what you're watching, but, you just gotta find out what happens to this character and stuff. It's just that type of show, and that annoys me to hell. And, yeah, Joe, it's like, Joe can't believe what he's hearing, man. He's just staring at me explain all this, and he's just, yeah, he's getting mad. Fucking Joe's getting mad at all this, He just can't believe this, right? Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. That's my opinion on Stranger Things. I'm gonna keep watching it, finish it, whatever. Makes me want to like. I never finished Breaking Bad, which might surprise a lot of you. But I watched the first 2 seasons of Breaking Bad, stopped watching it because of my ADD, just literally forgot to watch the rest. And yeah, I'm thinking of picking that back up, and that would be worth my time than a show that like I sit through an hour episode and like 40 minutes of the episode is like garbage and like the characters don't act as they should and all of a sudden like they're acting weird. Like that's what I'm getting out of season 3, man. Like season 3, first 2 episodes, like a lot like important characters are just acting in ways that like, okay, yeah, you kind of made sense of why they're acting this way and then like, but not really, you know? It's like you're kind of just stretching for why this character is making this decision. It's like that just bothers me. You know, that's how you know a show is going kind of shitty, is when the characters they've established who have certain traits are acting out of character. That's when it starts to become unbelievable and less credible to the story. So I don't know, that's what's really bothering me with Stranger Things as I'm watching halfway through. But anyways, that's my little rant on Stranger Things. So if you've never watched the show, I guess just watch season 1. I'll let you know if the other 2 seasons are worth it. I've heard it's not from Sane Gaming, my boy and my longtime follower, and in my Discord who told me his opinion. But yeah, no, he told me 3 and 4 are like, it's whatever. It's probably okay if you like the first 2 seasons. So it's like, it might be worth it. We'll see. So there's my emotional and passionate rant on Stranger Things so far. Okay. So let's hey partner, let's move on to the next segment, shall we? Let me drink my little coffee here. Oh, that's some good coffee, Ro. You know what to make a good coffee, Ro. Oh. Yeah, man. What do you put in that? Oh. Okay. So sorry, I asked him too many questions and I mentioned him too soon. He was just happy enjoying his coffee right now. Thanks, Ro. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, bro. I still don't know what that book is in front of you. He's got a blue book in front of him. It's probably from some other guest, dude. You should probably read that. I don't think. Well, actually, no. I don't think Ro knows how to read. Let's be real. Ro, do you know how to read? His lips are inflating. No, he doesn't know how to read, I guess. He's just, he's like, he knows how to talk, but he doesn't know how to read. Let out information, not really taken as his specialty, is not his specialty. All right, let's get into the next segment. And I think this week for the Creator Corner, Creator Spotlight, this is a segment where, actually, let's Vine Boom into that. For the creator segment of this, your boy likes to look at, YouTubers it's been lately, but even could be someone from Instagram who's making good art. There's a lot of artists on Instagram I could probably put onto the spotlight moment or something like that, or a mini of this segment. But, today we're going to keep it consistent with the YouTube. And today I would like to share with you someone who, if you're into my Discord, you know who I'm about to talk about, is this guy named Abroad in Japan. Can we get this going on the screen there, Petey? Yeah, Abroad in Japan YouTuber. See, you search abroad and he's like one of the first results. So this guy, Chris Broad, also, that's why his name's Abroad in Japan. That is a very clever little, I didn't even think about that. I didn't know that. Also known online as Abroad in Japan, is an English YouTuber from Britain, filmmaker, podcast host, and former assistant language teacher. He focuses on the creation of videos about Japanese culture, Japanese food, and travel in Japan, because he lives there, primarily in the Tohoku region. So this lad, he's made awesome videos. I've been watching him. He got suggested me to YouTube like 2 weeks ago. So I watched this one video he made called Japan's Biggest Lie, and that's what kind of caught me recently. I don't even know if this is one of his most recent videos. Oh, actually, it is. It's his newest video. So it worked really well. It's already at 2 million views, was posted on July 24th of this year, 2022. So that's like, how long ago? That's like almost 4 weeks. And he puts a lot of effort into this guy. This guy puts a lot of effort into his videos, so he's got great production value and such. But so yeah, no, it's really interesting to watch his videos because he really talks. He's just eating sushi on the screen. That was a funny segment to get to. But no, he does a lot of good stuff about explaining his story, what Japan is really like, and all that stuff. And it's pretty insightful, right? So like in this video, he goes on to say about how Japan seems to be healthy, but it's not really. Another segment, you have to watch the video. I don't want to steal views from this guy. But yeah, then he goes on to say how Japan isn't too weird. It's actually pretty strict and simple and not crazy. You have to just go to the touristy sections in certain parts of Japan to really get that feel of that Japan is so fucking weird. I actually don't remember most of the points from this video, but a recent video I watched recently from him was Japan's Worst Scam. And I think this is worth noting. This is a video I guess I could a little bit spoiled, but if you want to know more from his information about how these scams actually work, is that he explains 2 scams in this video. One scam essentially is that if you ever go to somewhere, it doesn't even have to be like it doesn't even have to be Japan specifically, but if you go anywhere in the world, you'll find these people that, and I think he has like a shot of it in this video I can show. But you eventually get like these people, if you go to a touristy section, they stand outside of a restaurant or a store, and they'll be like, hi, hey, what's, he just put it on screen right now. So for visual, anyone's watching it, it's like you'll get these guys standing out in the street, right? And you're walking around, and they notice you're probably a tourist. They see, especially in Japan, it's easy to tell if you're, if you're a tourist or not. If you're, someone who is from like Great Britain or Italian or is just generally white visits Japan, you probably stand on like a sore thumb because they don't really have a lot of foreigners coming into Japan. But when they do, it's easy to spot you, right? So they'll look for people like you, right? And they'll be like, they'll see you're out of town, they'll be nice and friendly and whatever. And then they'll ask you like, hey, you want to come to our bar? It's on like the 4th floor of this building over here. And like he guides you, and it's like free first drink. I'll give you a free first drink and all that stuff. And that's how they get you in. And then some situations they'll actually like drug you in a way that like you're not like asleep and they steal your wallet. It's more that like, well, kind of. It's more that like they put you in a state where you're so like drowsy and out of your head that you'll make really weird decisions to the point where they literally can take your wallet, charge you, and then after you like wake up at home or later or outside of the building, somewhere weird, okay? You eventually realize that they took your cards. You might have them back, but they took your cards or money and they charged you insane amounts for the drinks. And when you try to get your money back from the freaking banks and say like, oh, I was robbed or scammed, it's like because they were charged almost willingly from your card, it's like the only way you could get it out of them is that at that point is if you go to the bar yourself. And how they get around that is that you don't remember where the bar is, and even if you do, you're not gonna fucking ask these thugs to like, hey, you stole money from me, I want it back. Like, they're not gonna do that. And like they'll put their name of their bar as something very generic, so you can't even Google it if you don't remember what location it was in. So it's shit like that. And then another one where he goes on to talk about how there are these cults in Japan that are like super happy and nice, but they really persist on you. Like he's doing it here in the video actually, where he's talking about how he was doing this bike. He was biking across all of Japan for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I don't know how long, but eventually he met this woman who she saw her car was on the side of the road, and she's like, hey, get in my car now, and I'll take you to this really fun party. No, you'll really like it. Here, have some cookies. Come to this party. It's really awesome. And like, he doesn't go with it, right? But he gets an email from someone who says he did go to this party, and it's basically a cult. And I don't want to speak more there to spoil this guy's video, because, it's rude to do that on YouTube. But check out this guy's video. This video is called Japan's Worst Tourist Scam Explained, $6,000 Lost in a Day, okay? And that would be the first scam he's explaining about the bar that I just explained. But, yeah. Anyways, this guy's an awesome channel if you're ever curious about Japan and stuff. He really gives some good perspectives. Another video that I watched recently from him, I need to watch this one next, why I avoid Japanese TV. But another one I watched was, like, what do, the perfect man Japanese women consider? Yeah, 26 traits Japanese girls want in a guy. And it's a really fun list. He talks to a Japanese native girl he's been friends with for a long time, and so she helps put in perspective like what these things on the list are. And this is honestly a really great video because like a lot of these things seem weird. Like he has to work in a cafe, right? That what makes the perfect guy. Wants to get married someday. One of the things are on the list. Another thing is like asks, are you feeling okay? Another one, there was a really weird one that was like even caught me off guard. What was it? Your birthday is in August. And like, even she didn't really, she literally says, if you're watching visually, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just like weird things. I don't know. So this channel is super interesting. Just want to shout it out. And it's, if you've probably seen it, it's a big channel. They have, how many subscribers do they have, Petey? Can you bring that up, please, Petey? They have over almost 3 million subscribers, 2.69 million as of today. And they've been growing steadily pretty well. This guy's really good at making good videos and production value and all that stuff. And he's good at like making like headline videos that captures you and makes you want to watch the whole thing and you learn something about Japan, I guess, right? So Abroad in Japan, go check him out. Awesome YouTube channel. Even if you're not really that interested in Japan, it's curious information, right? Just to be like, well, you know what? I'm never gonna go to Japan, but what do they care about? What is their TV like? What is it like as a foreigner trying to get a job? And one really good video he has is actually it's like what it's like to teach in Japan, because that's one of the like subtle ways you could really get in there and get your foot in the doors if you're teaching English, right? So, but he goes on and he taught English for a while as a teacher, but his friend, he tells his story, and he had 4 different jobs teaching in different ways in Japan at different companies. And yeah, if you don't pick the right place, it could be absolutely atrocious working as an English teacher. But in other ways, it could be very rewarding and beautiful and awesome. But yeah, so that was a 35-minute video I watched from him, and that one was probably, I think, best in terms of like, wow, like opening your eyes to like what the school system and like what things are like in Japan as a teacher, at least. Like, you know, I imagine that's one of the easiest ways to get into a foreign country. I know what's his name? Oh, who's that Twitch streamer? Petey, can you please search up that Twitch streamer who only plays Yasuo? Twitch. He's like, his name's Cow or something. Not Yasuo, only plays Master Yi. Plays Yi. What's his name? Cowsep, I think. Cowsep, yeah. So this guy, he lives in, I think, South Korea, or North Korea. I forget where he freaking. Let me Google his name, Cowsep. It might give me like a little information on the. Oh, it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually give me like a little. Why did he get banned? Where is Cowsep now? Lives in Korea. It doesn't say South or North Korea, but it just says Korea. Because he teaches English over there. He's like an example of someone like, if you're trying to go somewhere foreign more easily, just teach English. And then you can most likely get a good job there. And the fact that you're a foreigner, compared to anyone who's native to the land or the culture, it makes you teaching English seem more legitimate, right? Like you're outside of the country. You can actually give perspective on these other cultures if these people have never traveled anywhere, right? So it's a one-up if you're trying to think of doing that. But teaching English seems to be quite a hard job, honestly. I see a lot of people whoever I hear from do it. It's not easy, man, because you're also dealing with a lot of different age groups, like from adult to literally freaking like 3-year-olds, man. It's really hard to be teaching English and like finding a good job that lets you teach students of your choice and that like you can connect with and do it well. That seems to be the theme I'm getting. I could be totally wrong on that. If you're an English teacher or whatever, please speak on that in the comments of when eventually this goes on YouTube or Twitch, whatever. Share your opinion. It'd be great to hear about it. Or if you're curious, just go on that guy's video where he literally shares on Abroad to Japan about the teacher perspective and look through the comments there. I'm sure we'll find some interesting perspectives on that there as teachers. Next, okay, I think that's it for the Creator Corner. Next on the Explore section, let's vine boom into the next section, fellas. There's a segment I like to call People Also Ask. Google. I don't know. I have no song. I don't know why I just said. I try to make a Google song. But this is a segment of the show where, PD, can you please bring up Google? Just the main page. And this is part of the show where we kind of just Google a question and then see what people also asked. And so as we do that, we get information in our brains. And sure, this teeters on the grow section, but this is why we put that at the end of the explore section. So we kind of do a little bit of both. But yeah, so here we go, fellas. Oh, actually, wait. No, okay, I'm already in the section. I was going to do something else about... I forgot there was something else I was about to talk about in the health section of my Discord, but fuck it, we'll leave it for next week if I remember. Anyways, so yeah, so let's ask a question. So one question I actually already asked this, and if you're in the Twitch chat, please ask a question and we will ask it. And PD is monitoring. If you look, I'm going to spam my chat. PD is watching the chat. Look at the chat below up there. Okay, PD is watching the chat. So if you have a suggestion, PD will catch it and we will ask Google on your behalf. Okay, so feel free to ask something in the Twitch chat, and that will actually get asked live, literally right now on the Twitch stream. So something I actually wanted to search. Is, what was it, Petey? What was I going to search? Why are you staring at me? Joe, do you remember what I was going to search? No, that's not what I was going to search. Joe, you're so useless. Why do I even ask you, man? Why do I even talk to you, bro? You're actually so, like... Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Oh, I hurt his feelings. His eyes went wide. No, Joe, I didn't. Joe's angry. Okay, let's just move on with the segment. Okay. All right. So this next... oh, yeah. So, what was it? We were thinking of that because I have a bonfire in the back of my house and a little fire pit, and not like a built-in one, like one you could like you buy at the store and you put in your backyard, right? And so I was like, I want to have s'mores, but like I want to eat more healthier, so maybe I don't want s'mores. What are healthy alternative to s'mores? So what I googled this, I found a list that was so stupid. It was like, what? So we're gonna just do this, okay? So alternatives to s'mores, okay? So, or campfire alternatives to s'mores. We'll search this. Yeah, let's search this. So, 10 camping desserts for people who don't like s'mores, okay? So let's just go through this little list. So this was, actually, no, this wasn't the list I looked at, but let's just look at this one. So popcorn, okay, this is actually a useful list, okay? I was bashing on one list, which I'll find back later, but this is actually a good, useful list. You can actually get those, like, Jiffy Pop things. I don't know if in your country they have Jiffy Pop. I don't even know in my country they have in Canada, but, I don't know, yeah, you could bring some kernels on a frying pan. Pudgy, what the fuck is a pudgy pie? You may know them as Jaffle. What the fuck is a Jaffle? Pudgy pies, Jaffles? What are we in frickin' Whoville and in the Grinch? What is this? Dr. Seuss, get out of here. Toasties, mountain pies, or hobo pies. Oh, I've heard of, I feel like I've heard of mountain pies, but I don't know. But for consistency's sake, we'll just call them pudgy pies. The misnomer, it's a sandwich, not a pie. It's a camping tradition that reportedly comes from the Midwest. Can you explain what the fuck it's in it? God damn. Once you own this cast iron toasting tool, okay, whatever, toasting, what's in the damn sandwich? All you have to do is your flavors you want sandwiched between the two slices of, all you have to do is decide what flavors you want. We recommend cinnamon raisin. What? Sarah Wilson travel blog. Okay, what's a recipe? What is a frickin', what the hell? Page in progress. Oh, okay, what is a fudgy pie? Now I want to know what a fudgy pie. A pudgy pie. What is a pudgy pie? What is pudgy pie? All right, and what is a damn, Petey? Can you type a little better? God damn, Petey, I'm so sorry. Okay, he's staring at me. Petey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Pete. Please, can you please search up what is a pudgy pie? Okay, he's gonna. Thank you, Petey. Thank you. What is a pudgy pie? Okay, pudgy, pudgy pie. Yeah, pudgy pie. What? How to make one? Okay, what are pudgy pies? Oh no. Okay. Exactly the original list of pudgy pies, also known as jaffles or toasties, are sandwiches cooked in pie irons, which are comprised of two concave cast iron plates. Okay, I get it's plates, but what the fuck is in it? With a long handle attached. One of the best things about... You didn't even... Okay, what is another name for a mountain pie? What are camping pies called? What is a mountain pie? Like, give me the goddamn recipe. Okay, s'more pudgy pies? What's a traditional pudgy pie? Give me what it is. Why is this hard to find out what is in the pudgy pie? It's like the government is trying to cover it up to clear up the misinformation. No, pudgy pies are not actually pies, but rather toasted sandwiches, and they're the perfect vessels for delicious in your mouth. Blah 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 blah. Okay, what is in it? I'm getting so worked up on figuring out what the hell is in these damn. These look like grilled cheese. This is grilled cheese. What are they? One of the best. I'm getting so mad. All you need to do is pile fillings between two. What is a filling? What does that mean? Between the two pieces of bread, blah, blah, blah. Clamping it shut, holding it in an open flame. Once the bread is toasted, filling it, blah, blah, blah. You remove the sandwich in a pie iron and dig in it. It's kind of like a campfire panini. Cool. All right, finally, here is the answer. The option for pudgy pie sandwiches are limitless. You can make anything from a classic toasted cheese sandwich. Okay, so like literally a grilled cheese. Okay, anything you could. Okay, so it's called a pudgy pie because what I'm getting from this is that anything you could toast between two slices of bread. That is so fucking broad that I'm gonna like lose my shit over this stupid. Like, how is this a phenomenon? Because you could call something a pudgy pie in fucking Alberta, Canada, right? And to them, it's what is this list? What is this saying? What are the examples? To talk inspired Sammy, to a warm and oozy PB&J, crack an egg, like. This pisses me off because it's like anything could be a pudgy pie by this definition, right? It's like, oh, anything you can melt between two pieces of bread. Cool, but you could melt a lot of things between two pieces of bread. If you went to fucking Starbucks and like, hey, can I have a pudgy pie? That's literally every sandwich on their menu. This pisses me off this blows my mind that this is called a pudgy pie. You know, okay, I'm getting worked up like an old man who's mad at the kids on his lawn, but because it's just so like, it's like, if someone offers me a pudgy pie at a campfire, I'm going to ask them, oh, what is it? And they're like, oh, it's when you put cheese between two pieces of bread. I'm like, okay. And for the rest of my life, I'm going to think that's what a pudgy pie is. And then I ask for a pudgy pie at a restaurant or somewhere else, like another campfire with another group of friends, and they're going to make me a fucking PB&J heated up. I'm like, what is this? This isn't a pudgy pie. And like, yeah, it is. I've known it's a pudgy pie all my life. And like, you see how stupid this is? It's like, goddamn. Just say like, hey, I mean, it's so fucking stupid. I mean, you could call it a PB&J pudgy pie. Then someone will understand, okay? Just, yeah, okay. If you call it a pudgy pie because how many times have I said this goddamn word, man? Like, Joe is just Joe... Joe, please don't laugh at me. Joe's just laughing at how worked up I'm getting, okay? It just pisses me off, okay? Pudgy pie just essentially means... And it's such a stupid, ridiculous name. I sound like an idiot as much as I'm saying it, okay? I'm so worked up. I'm sweating, bro. I'm sweating. Okay. Sorry for all our audio listeners who I'm screaming into their fucking, wherever you're listening to this, into your ear, your car, whatever. I'm sorry, but I'm just so worked up. This illogical idea, and it's sort of making sense, right? Okay, it's just the act of heating up 2 pieces of bread and something in the middle, and then you could add on a name to describe what kind of pudgy pie it is. And what the fuck were the other names for this stupid thing? What the hell are the other names? They were also called Jaffles, which is even worse. Toasties, which makes more sense. Mountain pies makes a little more sense. In the mountains, you're cooking something. And hobo pies also makes sense. A hobo gets in whatever. Okay, you know what? But fucking pudgy pies? I expect something to do with a pie in that goddamn thing, okay? I expect some sort of pie element. Fucking cherries. Meat. You know, even then, now we're getting out of hand with the meat pies. Oh, jeez. Okay, fuck pies, bro. Fuck pies. I'm a cake boy. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, be surprised, Joe. I don't care. I don't care if you're mad, Joe. You all you want, bro. Fucking pie, cake gang. Okay, cake gang. All right. Fucking. All right. Next. What's on this stupid list? Grilled fruit. All right. All right. That kind of makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know. I think Joe would agree with that. Yeah. Joe's got some big lips for some roasted food. What are some examples? I see in the picture we got some peaches. What is this? So yeah, you get some sliced peaches and roast them, and get some, like, what is it? Okay, summer peak, blah blah blah. They've got when slicing. Oh hey, no, hey, what's up, young Drewski? Yeah, we're doing the Big Leg Podcast. Sorry, anyone was listening. We just broke it up. Oh no, we're still going. You didn't miss it. Okay, so we're currently looking at alternatives to s'mores. If you're at a campfire and you want something a little more healthier or just something different, these are alternatives to s'mores. And I just went on a huge fucking annoying rant about what a pudgy pie is, so you missed that. Okay, anyways, and also welcome our boy Rojogan. Rojogan, say hi. That's his way of saying hi today. He only knows one word at a per podcast, young Drewski. So, anyways, oh yeah, sorry, audio listeners. Let's get back into this article. Grilled fruit. Okay, that's why did I say that? Like I was so mad. Sorry. So, what are examples? Like nectarines, peaches, also nectarines, top tier fruit. One of these days, I'm gonna make a fruit list, and that's top tier. That's my favorite, man. Nectarines are the best. They're crunchy and juicy, man. It's like a peach, if it had crunch, bro. Peachy crunch. That sounds like a cereal. I want that right now. Holy crap. Okay, they're tasty when sliced and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fruit, whatever. Campfire cones. Oh, hey, this sounds like a really fun idea. Customization is what makes campfire cones perfect for kids. For starters, you'll need your vessel, the ice cream cone, of course. We recommend using a sugar cone or waffle cone. Cake cones crumble more easily. Next, you'll need an array of fillings. This is where your customize comes in. So, set out to spread a mini marshmallows. This sounds like a fucking tasty idea, dude. I want to do this. This looks so fun. So yeah, get some mini marshmallows, chocolate chips, M&M. Oh, I'm getting I haven't eaten yet today. A little bit. I've only had breakfast. I haven't had lunch yet. Oh my god, so tasty. Oh my god, this sounds amazing. I gotta remember this, guys. Okay, I'm gonna actually like copy this image and post it in my Discord to remember this later. This is so freaking tasty. Holy shit. I'm gonna put this in my Discord. S'more alternative. Oh my god. I'ma eat now. My god. Oh my god. Okay, small. Oh my god. Okay, so just so I remember later, people who read my Discord are gonna read that and they're like, "What the hell is he writing about?" I'm like, "Okay, doesn't make sense. Don't worry, pals." But yeah, that sounds like a delicious idea. And then you put some fruits and stuff, and like, what is it? Put it over a grill grate of your campfire for about 5 minutes, and your cone concoction should be cooked after a few. That is awesome. I've never thought of doing that. Melted M&Ms with blueberries and strawberries and marsh. Oh my god. I'm getting so fucking hungry. Oh my god. How has no one ever thought of this? A s'moreo. Bruh. Joe.
Bruh.
Okay, Joe didn't say that. I said bruh. I made the sound effect. Let's be real. But like, Joe is like, oh my god. He is so hungry for this. Holy goddamn, man. I don't blame you, Joe. That is an amazing idea. Let's go back to that screen. S'moreos. Oh my, I'm creaming in my pants just looking at this. Fuck, it's because I'm really hungry. Okay, and that's probably why I'm really moody right now, because I'm starving. And they put, oh god, this is such a great idea. What is this? Brownies and, oh my god. Besides the camp, I'm getting so fucking worked up over this. Oh my god. These may be lost Instagrammable dessert on this list. In a nutshell, or in this case, an orange peel. You'll basically just baking brownies inside a hollowed out. Oh, I thought you put the orange in it. But, this must take the flavor of the orange peel. You can also use cake batter if you prefer a less dense dessert. The most important thing to remember is that you need to wrap the orange after filling it with a prepared batter. Ooh, batter. I sound like Homer Simpson. Ooh, donut. I forget what he says. I'm trying to remember what Homer Simpson says. Damn. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Oh, merge. Okay. In 2 layers of heavy-duty foil, make sure the outer layer is twisted into a hook at the top while you're baking and grabbing brownie. Oh, that's so fucking good. What else is on this list? Cheese? Oh, I guess you can. You get a charcuterie board and put cheese and, like, melt it on some fruit. That'd actually be a really tasty idea. Holy shit. I want to do that next time, dude. Coffee? What? Jack Daniel's coffee? Why is this an alternative to frickin'... what the hell? I'm seeing by the way, in chat, guys, I check chat every once in a while, not constantly, but I will check chat every now and then when it's relevant to the podcast for the audio listeners, so it's not too much of me interrupting the podcast to read too much of a chat. I see, but I did notice Young Juice suggested a donut. That is a great idea, heating up. But then I don't know, as long as it's a plain donut and you add your own toppings, I think that's a good suggestion actually. Let's see what else we got here. Jack Daniel's coffee. Yeah, some of us like to start our day with, it's just making a coffee. That's so lame. Get out of here. Baked apples. That looks kind of gross, but tasty at the same time. I've never had a heated up apple or baked apple. Simply slice your apples according to Bona. Okay, whatever. Sprinkles. Oh my God. Oh. That's the Homer Simpson hungry. Oh my God. Oh my God. Joe is, oh my God. Oh, well, Joe, why'd you stop that sound effect? Okay. He is me. Oh, that's me, dude. Okay. This has just become Peter gets too hungry and cooms over all the food he's staring at. Because look in this picture, man. For those who don't see, who are listening, someone carved out the center of an apple, filled it with frickin' like some sort of cinnamon and sauce. Oh, that looks so good. Holy crap. What is this? Dutch oven anything? What is Dutch oven? That's isn't Dutch oven like a sexual thing where you like poop on someone's chest? I'm pretty sure. Wait. Or no, I think it's called a dirty Sanchez. Let's not Google that. Thank you, Pete. Pete, I have to stop you. Sorry, Petey. Oh, Petey's giving me the all right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what is a Dutch oven? Entire cookbooks have been devoted to Dutch oven cooking. In fact, there's probably enough of them to warrant their own section in books. Most common Dutch oven desserts are cobblers, but if you really want to get fancy or be ironic, make... What the hell? Clafouties? What the hell are you sucking? Clafoutis. Oh, that's French. A popular cobbler-like French dessert in your Dutch oven. The new camp... He doesn't explain what it is. Or this lady doesn't explain what it is. What the hell? Come on, Katie Jackson. Come on, Katie Jackson. No, I appreciate this article. This is a great article. Head pats for you, Katie Jackson. Head pats for you. For those listening, I'm head patting a picture the author of this article has written, giving little head pats, you know. If I could change my mouse symbol to a nice hand, proper head pats. That'll look more better visually. Anyways, we were not supposed to go through a list. I was actually trying to avoid that with this podcast because then basically I'm taking content from other people without their permission. So sorry. Please don't delete or demonetize my episode, please. No one tell them. No one go seek them out and tell them I read their article. How old is this article anyway, Petey? Oh, Petey, go back. I want to know. No, not that far back. Go forward. When was this article made anyway? This article was made... Do we have a date on this article? Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie. You must have put a date on this article. So, you didn't. Katie, come on. Katie, you're falling off, fam. Katie fell off. Oh man, there's no date. I hate it when an article doesn't have a date, but you know it's a cute place. This is actually one of the most useful articles I've read in a while, man. I don't read articles often, but when I used to, like, it would be amazing how often articles just suck ass and they're just trying to get clicks and views. But no, this is not what I searched. Alternatives to s'mores is what I googled. But actually, before we move on, this is people also ask. So let's see what people asked. Let's see here. What can I use instead of s'mores in marshmallows? This is also a pretty legit question. We'll check out 3 of these. So this one is, you can wrap your s'mores in a biscuit and add strawberries. That sounds really good. Build s'mores in a banana. Wait, what? This is supposed to be replace the s'more, not put the marshmallow. Not put the marshmallow in other things. What? Build s'mores in a banana. Use Nutella instead of chocolate. No, these are like other ideas. Like everyone kind of figures that out. It's like whatever you like, just put in a s'more. That's not a useful list, really. How do you make, unless you're not very creative, how do you make s'mores if you don't have a fire? You don't? You can actually put it in a microwave. Pro tip from Peter, if you have a microwave, get all the elements of a s'more, and you just basically put it in a microwave for 10 seconds. Your marshmallow will get so big so fast and melt. Your chocolate won't be as melted. You might want to put the chocolate in first. Like you get 1 graham cracker, the chocolate, right? You put it in, you put that in for like 10, 15 seconds, right? And then you get the marshmallow top layer and put that on top of the chocolate that's already in the microwave and do another like 10 seconds. The marshmallow will get so big and so melted so fast that it will get gooey already, and you just eat it right there and then. Oh, this is Get Hungry, the podcast. Oh my God. Anyways, so yeah, do that. That is pro tip. Your boy does that sometimes. It's so good. Oh my God. But let's curious what the hell someone would suggest. Place 1 graham cracker. Oh yeah, see, literally what I just explained. Place 1 graham cracker in the microwave, safe plate, top plate, with chocolate squares and marshmallow. Marshmallow will expand. Yeah, literally what I just said. Okay, so I answered another question. What can you use instead of graham crackers for s'mores? Pancakes, cookies. Well, then you gotta make a whole nother thing. That kind of defeats the point. What can you roast on a stick over? Oh wait, I'm not sure. I didn't. There we go. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, Pete. I forgot to tell you put it on the screen. What can I use instead of s'mores? What can you toast on a fire? How do I roast marshmallows without a fire? Can you make s'mores with a candle? Can you make s'mores with a candle? Can you? Yes, you can roast. Oh yeah, it's a little flame. It's just gonna take a while, right? Can we burn marshmallows with a lighter? Probably. It's a fire, right? Why is a s'more called a s'more? Yeah, why is a s'more called a s'more? I want to know. Okay, s'more is a contraction, not the one your wife gets when she's pregnant, but a contraction. No, Peter, no one thought that. Okay, I don't know, just good. Okay, a contraction of the phrase some more. Really? S'more appeared in a cookbook in the early 1920s where it was called a graham cracker sandwich, which makes more sense. The text indicates that the treat was already popular with both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. So s'more is a contraction of the phrase some more. But, like, how did that catch on? Like, who started it? It was from a cookbook? S'more appeared... Okay. Some more. Like, it's some more. That's so interesting. Okay. But, like, how do you get that out of a graham cracker sandwich? Like, I don't understand. Is there more? Does it elaborate in the Wikipedia page? A recipe for some more was... Okay, a recipe for some more was published in Trampling. Blah, blah, blah. Recipes began appearing as early as... Team s'mores appears in conjunction, blah, blah, blah. 1956 recipe used s'mores and less ingredients. I think... Okay, so it seems that... sports in high school, college makes reference to marshmallow toast, s'more hikes. Those are lame names. Okay. So basically, someone called it some more as a fun recipe name, and then people shared the recipe, and like just saying s'mores ended up being the accidental or quicker way of saying it. They're very interesting. Okay, so now we know the history of s'mores. Okay, what should I bring to a s'mores party? What the fuck is a s'mores party? Do they mean s'mores? A lot of people misspelling the word s'more on Google. I don't know why. Big S, little word mores. Can you roast marshmallows over a tea light? No, who cares? Can you make s'mores with tea lights? Can you roast... What the fuck is a tea light? Can you roast a marshmallow over a tea light? Shut up with your tea lights. What are you, British? What are s'mores called in England? Yeah, I'm curious. Graham crackers. Wherever you see a standard American recipe of s'mores, it's always include graham crackers, as we don't have... Okay, waste of a search. One more. We're trying to find one more good ask. People ask, is s'mores an American thing? How do you make s'mores station? How many s'mores does a Hershey bar make? How many s'mores are in a... These all suck, dude. These all suck. Boo. Boo. Can you roast s'more over charcoal? Is it safe to roast s'mores over... Who would ask that? Is it safe to roast marshmallows over gel fuel? Important. Some people may be considered that sterno isn't safe to use roast s'mores, but according to the company, it is perfectly safe to roast food. Well, like, wait, can you... okay, I'm going to replace the... People ask with... Can you... Yeah, right? Can you roast s'mores over a gas? I mean, sure, yeah, you can, right? Because people have, like, propane pits, right? Over gas fire pit or gas stove. Yeah, right? Like, that's like, it's natural gas, right? This sounds like a stupid question I'm asking. Someone recently asked me if it's safe to roast mushrooms over gas stove. Yes, as long as you're using common sense. Okay, all right. I don't know. I think that was a stupid question your boy just asked, but I don't know. I thought maybe gas fumes flying up into your graham cracker and stuff. Your boy. Why did graham cracker taste like my petrol? I don't know. Anyways, where were we also going? Oh yeah, I was still searching. Okay, alternatives to s'mores, because I have to show you this stupid article. This stupid article caught me off guard. To s'mores or healthy alternatives. Alternatives. Come on, Petey. Where are you spelling at, bro? Where you spelling at? Don't stare at me like that. We know you could spell better. Road Jokin's laughing because he's not the idiot right now. Road joking. All right. Okay. Okay. Healthy alternatives to s'mores. That's what I meant to search. Because the first article was so. Here it is. This is the stupid article. Okay. This was so dumb. The first one I was like, ew. Look at this fucking thing. I think that's zucchini or cucumber, and it's like s'more foods inside. Ew. Who would do that? Come on, where's number 10 or whatever? Where's the start of the stupid list? Okay, so first to start off with like just obvious shit, like s'mores alternative idea, strawberry roasted in a marshmallow fluff, which is delicious idea. You just kind of like roast a marshmallow covered in like whipped cream, basically. Which sounds like delicious. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Another thing is then you just bake, like, this is not alternatives. The problem with this is that you still need all the same elements of a s'more, but you're just putting it on a fucking strawberry. That's why I stopped reading this list. But the cover photo caught me off guard because this guy literally just did the same thing as the first part and just add a gram in the chocolate. Like, you're not very creative, sir or ma'am. This is actually a really good idea. Is that you get pineapple and some cinnamon, because that's actually like a Brazilian thing where if you ever go to a Brazilian restaurant, they'll roast a pineapple and put a lot of cinnamon on it. It's so delicious. It's so fucking great. You guys should try it if you haven't. So that is actually a useful thing. What the hell is this abomination? This is the main reason why I'm sharing this stupid article. What is this? Who hit you on the head? Who abused you as a child? So, s'more healthy-ish idea. Oh, that's an apple. Oh, Ro Jogan. I need to apologize to this person. I'm the idiot now. That's an apple slice. I thought it was a cucumber with the s'more. I am devilishly sorry. Wow, this is the predication of this whole me sharing this article is kind of stupid now. Oh, well, that makes better sense. Caramel apple. Never mind. Good idea. Didn't fall off. Angie called this one a little waistline friendly. So you get green apple slices, thin cut to the core, and mash all the ingredients you want inside. Okay, whatever. All right. And then, you could put, like, what is the sauce? I'm assuming that's, like, caramel? Yeah. Oh, that sounds really delicious. S'more idea, key lime pie. Ooh, that sounds really good. Well, how do you make key lime pie s'more? Okay, key lime. I'm just reading articles. I said I wasn't going to do this, but now I'm reading articles. My sister Brittany, okay, this is a very personal website, it seems. She used 2 shortbread... They won me over. 2 shortbread cookies with a dollop of lemon curd. My lemon curd. Have you heard? My lemon curd. In the center, roasted marshmallow garnished with some lime zest. So, that's lemon curd. Oh, that looks so fucking good. I'm getting hungry by the second. And you boys got to do a guitar stream after this. Ooh, what is this? Brownie. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Okay, no more lists. I'm getting too hungry. Your boy's dying of starvation and calories. Your boy's looking at all these calories. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sweating. Your boy's getting fatter by the second. Just looking at food, man. Not even eating it. Okay. I think that's it for the Explore section. Let us move on to the Grow section. And these podcasts are getting way longer than I thought they would be. I'm trying to keep them short for, I don't know, but who fucking cares? It's my podcast. So anyways, Grow section of the podcast. Before we move on, Joe, let's ask your opinion. Do you think those were great things? Yeah, Rojogan thinks those are, Road joking. And I was thinking of calling him Joe Rogan. Road joking doesn't matter. Because honestly, like, he's like one of the other Joe I do in my content, right? I have Joe Swansonite on my... Yeah, Joe Swansonite. That's a Dumb and Dumber joke, but it's Joe Swanson. But let's be real. But he's on my streams, my Twitch streams, but then now I have Joe Rogan on my podcast streams. And so I'm thinking, who's the third Joe I would make? Let me search. Okay, real quick. I know this is ADHD, and I'm fucking up the podcast a little by doing this, but I don't think you guys care. Who are the most famous people with the name Joe? I think that's another worth asking Google. Who are the most famous Joes? Who is the most famous Joe in the world? Joe Biden. Well, obviously, right? Who Joe is the most famous person named Joe. Most famous people named Joe. Awesome list. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So Joe Biden is most famous. Joe Cocker. Who's Joe Cocker? I've never heard of this guy. Number 2. Who the fuck is Joe Cocker? Bruh. Brian. Who is Joe Cocker? Why is he famous? I'm going to feel so stupid when I find out. Oh, it doesn't even give me information about them. Joe DiMaggio. Oh, he's a baseball player, I guess. Stan Getz or Jets. Looks like a jazz player. Joe Lewis. Joe Namath. Joe Walsh. Where Joe Swanson? Where Joe Rogan? How far down the list do I see these fellas? King Oliver. I guess his first name was Joe. Joe Meek. Joe Laurel. Joe Strummer. Joe Satriani. Joe Satriani. Oh, he's a famous guitarist. I know that name. Joe Torre. What the fuck? I don't know any of these Joes. Most of them. What the hell? Some of them even changed their name and didn't want Joe. What the hell? Joe Turner, Joe Rogan. He's number 22? These guys are more famous than Joe Rogan? Oh, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Where's Joe Swanson? Hey, Bubba da Boopy. Come on. I don't know. Maybe in the internet world, Joe Swanson's more famous. I don't know. That's what I believe. But the point is I was trying to find, I guess Joe Biden could be my third Joe. I'm trying to find the holy trinity of Joes. So I guess Joe Biden would be, he has a good meme material. It'd be hilarious if Joe Biden was my freaking thing. I just don't want things to get too political. Like, just for having a picture of him, I get like flagged by Google or some bullshit like that for thinking I'm trying to like say some political shit, right? And like, that's not what I do at all. I just use them as cardboard cutouts and it's just funny, right? I mean, Ro, you like being a cardboard cutout, right? Yeah, he loves it. He fucking loves it. He's smiling. All right. He do be smiling. All right. So, yeah, other than that, let's move on to the grow section. The grow section of the podcast. We get a little bit more real. Let's add the Vine Boom. Yep, Vine Boom. We're transitioning into the grow section of this podcast where we do things that help us personally grow. I'm trying to remember anything that helped me personally grow this week. I guess I can now use this. Well, I was going to say I was going to do this for next week, but in my Discord, I shared this one video about this guy made a food tier list for vegetables, and I found it to be quite useful. Quite very useful, my friend. Quite very useful. And so we're going to bring that. Petey, can you please bring that up? It's a vegetable food tier list, and yes, bring that up, please. Please bring it up. Please, Petey. Please. No, not that. Actually, you could search that, I guess, and then yeah, there's the YouTube video. Are vegetables really healthy, or are really that healthy? Or what's the video called? Are vegetables really healthy? So this guy basically goes through the list. He goes through every vegetable. I could just skip to the end and like, yeah, then you'll know what's where in the list. And I guess I will do that. But the thing is, even if you do that, you should actually still watch this whole video because the explanation for why certain vegetables on certain parts are actually really important. And it's not very black and white to how he made up his list because of the fact... So here's the tier list. So at the top of the tier list, star tier, above A tier, we got broccoli, carrots, kale, mushrooms, I forget what that is, spinach, and then sweet potato. But the thing is, you have to understand that as he's going through this list, there's sometimes dangerous or allergic reasons why some of these are not S tier or are S tier because the allergic reactions are so minimal. But like, depending on who you are as a person, some of these might be like down a tier or maybe 2 tiers, or some of these might be up a tier for you. But yeah, no, a lot of these vegetables, and it's useful a video to learn. I'm at least shouting this out because it's important to think about like what vegetables and foods you're eating on a daily basis. Because let's think about this. Really think about this for a second, okay? You are going to be alive for who knows how many years. So to get your diet or get to know what vegetables or what fruits or what like fucking meals or what you want every day for breakfast or lunch, like things you like really get in touch and really remember what foods you actually like in this life makes literally the rest of your life just way easier, in the sense that like if eventually when you like, if you're too young or whatever, when you go grocery shopping, right, when you have to start cooking for yourself, like knowing what meals you want makes grocery shopping easier, because then you just beeline for what freaking, you know, vegetables or fruits you're in or what's on sale to like economize well. And like it's like that principle I said at the start of this podcast. Knowing what you don't like makes it easier to know what you do like, right? It throws away the vague line between those two things. It makes life a lot easier for yourself and to make decisions faster and better for yourself. So it's like, if you go to a grocery store, there's so much selection. Knowing what you don't like eliminates like half the grocery store. And then within that half, you could optimize that better by even like thinking about what's on sale and does that sale item land in the category of things I actually like to eat, you know? It's like, it's things that like make you like basically what's the word, mid-max life in terms of like food and diet and grocery shopping, right? And so to also make sure, and this list really does help out in like thinking about, you know, what foods have what nutrition in them. And that's why some of these foods are really at the top, because they're just jam-packed with nutrition. I believe broccoli was super jam-packed with a lot of stuff. But as I'll use an example, it actually has a really, I think the downside was that it has a high chance of like being contaminated with like bad shit. But no, I don't think that was it. Don't quote me on that. We're about to find broccoli somewhere in this. How far fucking was broccoli? Where is broccoli in this goddamn list? Your boy's scrubbing through the video. Here's broccoli. So the benefits of broccoli that made it S tier basically was that it gives 3 grams of protein, which is pretty high. Like average protein for fruits and vegetables, or mainly vegetables in this list, is like 2 or 1 grams. If it's at 2 or 3 grams, that's actually pretty high in protein, considering for a vegetable. As you can see, it's got your daily vitamin C already, like 150%. Your vitamin K, which is really important, 130%. But some of the, so the benefits of the broccoli, where as it lists out, are it's great for cancer prevention, supports heart and immune health, contributes to hormonal balance, contains lutein and whatever these things are. He probably explains in the video what they do. And if eaten raw, the problem is that the downside is that it may cause harm to your thyroid gland, which, newsflash, guys, if you're young and you have no idea what the thyroid gland does, I don't even remember exactly what it does. I'm pretty sure it's something. What is the thyroid gland? Petey, can we just Google real quick so we all get educated? What does the thyroid gland do? Because it's really important to know this, because I know people who've had problems with their thyroid glands, like aunts and uncles, and it's like really like turned their lives upside down because it was out of balance. Like, it's that serious that you need to know what a thyroid gland does and how to keep it in a stable condition. So the thyroid gland is a vital hormone gland. It regulates your hormones. It plays a major role in the metabolism, growth, and development of the human body. It helps to regulate many bodily functions by constantly releasing a steady amount of thyroid hormones into the bloodstream. So basically, it's a hormone regulator and regulates your metabolism, which controls how much fat you retain when you eat and how much it burns and all that stuff. So it's really important because some people will just have like some kind of thyroid problem where there's a problem there, and because of that, it's really hard for them to lose weight because their thyroid is literally controlling their weight to the point where it's just like they can't lose it because it's their thyroid causing their inflammation, you know? It's shit like that like... And yet, like, my aunt had this horrible problem where, like, her thyroid was so out of whack that her eyes started to bulge out of her head. Like, this is a real thing. Like, let me just Google this. Like, thyroid, what's it called? Thyroid eyes, bulging. What is this called? A common cause of bulging eyes is overreactive thyroid gland, hyperthyroidism. This is where the thyroid gland, a small gland in your neck, that's where it's also located, by the way. Me being an idiot, I literally asked him. I literally said, "Wait, isn't the thyroid in your thigh?" "No, idiot. It's in your neck. It just happens to have the word thigh in it." Produces too much of the thyroid hormone. Less common causes of bulging eyes include infection, injury, blah, 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 behind your eyes. But yeah, it caused my aunt's eyes to bulge a bit. And then, like, it was just, like, a horrible problem to have. Anyways. But, so yeah, so thyroids, keep your thyroids in check. Keep it well, okay? Keep it nice and clean, okay? So anyways, so that's why I'm saying it's important. So yeah, I think, which makes me scared because I've been eating it raw lately, so it makes me worried about that. So let's actually hear his little quick definition on the faults of this, for the sake of.
It's for cancer prevention. It supports heart health, immune health, and contributes to hormonal balance. It also contains the antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin to promote eye health. Now,
eye health. There you go. And vitamin A also helps with eye health, but this is, I guess, another way to help eye health without vitamin A.
Broccoli does have a couple potential side effects. If eaten raw, they may cause harm to the thyroid gland, and people with irritable bowel syndrome should limit broccoli intake as it could cause excessive gas or bloating. Both of these are minor issues though, and overall, broccoli is an amazing choice. It will be placed in the top tier.
Yeah, so, yeah, even though he says those are problems, I guess he still reminds you that they're minor problems, and that's why, because they're so less common. Probably I imagine because he's saying they're so minor, I'm imagining it's a 5, maybe anywhere from a 1 to 10% chance that eating a lot of raw broccoli could cause it. Like, you do have to overdose on broccoli, let's be real. You have to eat too much broccoli that you could, like, past your point of hunger and to where you're throwing up, I feel like, to where it becomes so harmful, right? But anyways, yeah, check out this tier list. Our vegetables really healthy for you, and yeah, it gives some great reasons for why. And even things in the A tier are great. A tier are great, but they might have a really big con, and that's why they're not in the star tier or a B for that example, right? So anyways, yeah, so that's it's important to learn about vegetables because your boy's realizing that he likes. I personally, I'm starting to realize, like, I'm trying to remember which. Let me pull up the list. Maybe I'll remind myself which of these fruits and vegetables are really. So yeah, because like I'd be switching around, like thinking like, okay, so I try to have a dose of vegetables every day, right? Where it's the salad stuff, but like I always try to have carrots. Recently, it's been broccoli in my lunch. Celery's pretty good and light. What were there were some cons about celery that I didn't realize. And red peppers are really good for you. Those really help your boy out, like just feeling good in general. I don't know why, but they do. They just get my brain back on track. But what were the cons for celery? The cons for celery were like
Found to contain.
often found to contain parasites. So it's like you got to make sure you really wash your celery well because it's high chance of containing parasites type thing, right? Because it's so easy to like not wash it very well. because it gets on there pretty well. But a lot of people eat celery all the time. I've eaten celery all this time. I've never gotten sick from it. So it's just goes to show that, just wash your shit well. And too much fire can lead to bowel issues. And that's another thing. You could like overdose on vitamin K. One of these things we're saying like too much vitamin K could cause like serious problems and stuff like that, even though vitamin K is really important to get. But anyways, yeah. So learn. I didn't even show it on screen. Sorry, guys. This is what I was reading. Sorry, I keep forgetting to remind Peter to put things on the screen properly. But anyways, thank you for liking that, Peter. Appreciate your like. But yeah. So anyways, diet. Important to get into that. Min-max your grocery game. And that's all I got to say about that. Next on the segment of the show. How long are we going on for? This is almost let's not keep this a 2-hour show, okay? Luckily with this next segment, I was gonna go on 4chan. I was gonna share something from 4chan, but your boy I guess he was procrastinating too hard on going through the thread. I was gonna use this one thing from 4chan about this guy asking how do you pick up women and going into that, but basically I'm just gonna give my quick answer on that. And then move on to another thing I actually found today through Reddit we're actually going to dive into, was that my advice, if you're trying to figure out how to pick up a girl, literally the most best way to do it, all you have to do, you go up to the girl and let's say you're at a bar, you're at a party, you're in school, wherever you are, and pro tip, don't date someone from your high school don't date a girl from your high school because then you'll have to see them every day if it does work out. Never do that. Just pro tip there. Anyways, because I had my friend, all the girls he dated from our high school, and he basically had like 3 exes in our high school, and it was just like awkward for him every time he passed by them. It didn't like break his heart or anything when like they would date other people, but like it was just like annoying for him, right? I imagine. Anyways, and most of them actually moved out of the school, so he got super lucky with that. All his exes actually moved out of the school as the school years went on, so he got super lucky. But anyways. What was I going to say to that? The best way to really just ask a girl out, honestly, if it's not digital, hopefully it's not digital, you just basically look at them and like anything that catches your eye, that's the reason why you're going up to them and asking them. Just be like, you go up to them across the room, you see them at like the mall and be like, hey, I'm just going to be honest here. I think you're really beautiful. I think you're kind of cute. Would you be willing to like go on a date sometime? And just literally just be upfront, because girls just don't want someone to be like creepy or weird. And if they're not into you, they're not into you. They'll be like, and let's hope you're not ugly or whatever. But like, if you get rejected and they look at you and they give you a look of disgust, you might get that. But that's the game, right? That's the dating game. If they're not into you, it wasn't meant to be. Do you want to go on a date with someone who secretly thought you're ugly? No, you don't want that shit. So if they say no to you, fine. Okay, move on to the next person, right? And dating is really a numbers game. You got to realize like there's a lot of like women and men out there, or like whatever you're into, right? Whether they're trans or not, like that type of situation. And it's like, you just gotta, it's a numbers game. You got to realize that like life is so short that one person rejecting you is not the end of the world. And the more you do it, the more confidence you build and resistance to that rejection, and the more on the top of the world you'll feel. It's just honestly, that's why it's like important to get out of your comfort zone. The worst things in life make the best people. To make a diamond, this is cheesy. I know people for this cliche, this saying, but like to make a diamond, you need to put it under pressure, right? That's how you make a diamond. Like it's a piece of coal. Like, wait, what's the phrase? It's a piece. Aren't diamonds from coal? Are diamonds made from coal? What is it? In addition to carbon, Pete, just bring it up on screen. Might as well. The carbon, intense heat and pressure come together under the surface of Earth's mantle. While coal is also made of carbon, it contains a lot of impurities, if also from diamonds to form out of coal. Oh, okay, so it's carbon, I think. What are diamonds made from? Diamonds are made from carbon, so it's carbon. Okay, carbon. Carbon. So what does carbon look like? I keep thinking carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbon's like this black material, and you put it under pressure, makes a diamond. Cool stuff. Okay, we're still learning today. See, we're all still learning today. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, I would just say that because I imagine a lot of people are still looking out for love there, and I got super lucky. And just to more speak to the numbers game, I got really lucky. My friend set me up with a girl, thought we had music. She was interested in me because she found out I played the American Idiot album all on guitar, and I had like spiked up hair at the time in high school. Like I tried to go for the Billy Joe Armstrong look. Like let me actually just search it up. Who's the singer of Green Day? Billy Joe Armstrong. I literally had this hair in high school. Petey, pull it up. I had this hair in high school. That was basically my hair. In the last 2 years, I had this hair. I spiked it up every day, and I had this hair. because I thought it was cool and it was kind of punky for my hairstyle. And yeah, I kind of went with it. And it didn't look exactly like that, I'll be real. It was a little bit more lame. Kind of missing the mark a bit, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. And I was known as the long-haired, spiky kid who was into punk rock, blah, blah, blah. And, but who was super nice. I was kind of the nice guy everyone kind of liked. No one fucked with me. I didn't fuck with anyone. And yeah, everyone thought it was chill, basically. But, so that was the hair I did. Why was I talking about my hair? I'm trying to remember now. What were we just talking about? Goddamn ADD. I just lost everything, my point to that. Oh, shit. If anyone would listen to my old podcast, Ranger Rants, this is what happened frequently, where I'll go on a tangent, go on a second branching tangent, and forget why I was even mentioning that. Why the fuck was I mentioning that? Oh yeah, why I met my girlfriend in the first place. Yes, Pink Ranger. Is because because she found out that I played that album on guitar, the whole American Idiot album. I can't play it now. I forget bits and pieces of it now. But on electric guitar, and when she saw me play in person, because she was doing something with our friends in our school that long story short, she thought that was cool, wanted to get to know me. We had a date and stuff, and we came and hung out, and the rest is history. Then we've been together for the last 8 years, so happy about that. But that's what I'm saying. It just happened to be lucky enough that worked out, and that it could have been totally bad or whatever, but it just happened to work out, right? And I think to maintain a good relationship is that you have to work on it, especially through the hard parts, the low points. Like that's really what makes a relationship last, is that if you're not willing to work on yourself and your partner and like literally grow together, then like you're doomed. It's not going anywhere. If you or them or both of you are not working on yourselves for the benefit of yourself and the other person, because a better you is a better you for your partner too, right? It's like it starts with you, but it shouldn't just be you, because in a relationship it goes both ways. So you shouldn't be in a situation where your partner says the problem is always you. That's fucked up. That's not right. But objectively, there might be something wrong with you they're pointing out, but they're not taking responsibility for anything wrong they're doing, okay? So there's always something both people could be working on. If you're not working on improving, you're not in a good relationship, okay? That's just how it goes, really. Let's be real. And I listened to this podcast a while ago that's actually pretty relevant to this, is how a while ago is that I listened to this podcast, and it was basically saying this doctor or something could tell the success rate, right? He could tell the success rate of how, like, if a couple would last 90% of the time based off of one question. And that question was, he would put the couple together and ask them both at the same time, what is the story of your relationship? And basically the nutshell of how he determined from their answer was, if the couple described the relationship, their story of the relationship, if they couldn't describe a story, like couldn't really put it into words, that was kind of a red flag. But more importantly too, if they start talking like if they were just like, I can't even say it right now, but it's easier for me to say it if I talked about the way he knew if they were going to be successful. If the good story went something like this, where they both kind of agreed the story was, well, we kind of met when we were this age, and we met through so and so, and we had our ups and downs, but we've been working on it, and we've been working together. We've been growing. If they use language like growing and overcoming obstacles, that is a sign of a relationship that will succeed, or is on the right track at least. If they start talking like, oh, we've been doing good, but she still annoys me and blah blah blah, and it doesn't, and like there's no indication whatever story they're about to say has what's the word for it? How do I phrase this properly? It's like whatever their story is, if it's in the negative sense, if their story doesn't end in some form of like we're going somewhere, that's a red flag. Where it's like they're stopped in some kind of crossroad or dead road where doesn't sound like there's continual growth happening from, like, they feel like their story has ended and it's not going anywhere, right? That's kind of what he's looking for. So fun tip for that. And yeah, hot dog demons. I don't know why I said that. Just to lighten up the mood here. Oh my God, this podcast has been an hour and a half, and I still haven't even gotten to the fucking today's advice question. All right, and if you're curious, if anyone has a question you want to ask that gets answered on the Petey, check the email. We actually haven't checked the email in a while. Let's see if we actually have an email to show on the podcast, do we? No, the inbox is empty. If anyone would like to shoot us an email and have your question answered live on stream anonymously, feel free to shoot an email at askbrp@gmail.com. I will type that in the chat. Ask Blue Ranger Peter, that's what the BRP stands for, at gmail.com. If you'd like to just send fan mail too, just send fan mail, and we'd open that on the show. Why not? Or ask me a question. That's why we made the email in the first place. askbrp@gmail.com. But if you don't, and no one does, then we just jump into just the one question, and we don't do two for the advice section today. So, PD, can you please pull up the today's advice section we got from Reddit recently? What is it, PD? Let's get that going. Let's see here. PD is bringing it up. I see he is getting the link. Copy. Oh, not the message link. No, don't copy that, PD. Copy the link. I see what you're doing there on the monitor. Please, PD. Yes, okay, so PD's getting the link. He's putting it up on there, as we can see. And we are getting over to the Ask section of Reddit, I believe. Yes, okay. Awesome. So this was a kind of an interesting one. We won't dive too deep into this one because we kind of talked a lot today, a lot already. But hopefully this next section will be pretty good for you guys. So in this part, we got this question. This girl asks, is it wrong for my dad to bribe me to lose weight? And I hate that she keeps writing lose with 2 O's. It's just one, for those who aren't good at English. But yeah, besides the point. I'm being a grammar Nazi, as they say. All right, so she goes on to explain. So I'm 17 female and around 230 pounds. My dad recently told me if I lose 100 pounds and maintain the weight for a year, he'll pay for me to go to Paris for free. Most of my friends have told me he's an asshole and he shouldn't be doing that, but I'm not too sure. What do y'all think? Edit. I'm so grateful for my dad, and I'm not calling him an asshole. I don't think he is. I'm just needing other people's input. So this post got 500 upvotes, 400 comments, and so we're just gonna look at the most popular ones. Personally, actually no, let's go because I kind of read this thread ahead of time, so I'll be cheating if I said I'm giving my opinion without their input. So let's check out the opinions given. Top answer with 1,300 upvotes. Wait, what? That's awesome. Here I am losing weight for free. Don't listen to your friends. It's just encouragement for a reward to make you excited. And the OP goes, okay, thank you. Other answers some people wrote were. He's trying to motivate you for your long-term health with a trip to Paris and maybe more travel. He cares about you and loves you, which is I completely agree with. I 100% agree with this sentiment. So far, going through this thread, people were basically giving a sentiment I 100% agree with. Bribe sounds like a very negative word. I suspect he's trying to offer you motivation and an incentive, which is sometimes really hard to find when you're trying to lose weight on your journey. This doesn't make him an asshole. What would make him an asshole, and this person hit the nail on the head, and this is the most vital part to this whole situation. If you never expressed an interest in losing weight, and he's instead using this as sorry, I butchered that. If you've never expressed an interest in losing weight, and he's instead using this as a way to change you. If that's the case, I'd feel differently. But he's not, right? So that's the key thing to this. So let's see. I really didn't know what else to use. I'm not the best with to come to that. Thank you. Oh, the OP didn't actually clarify on that. It would be nice if they did. But basically, that is the key thing to this, right? If she didn't bring up any dissatisfaction with her weight in not even in the way that oh, I'm fat and ugly, blah blah blah, which is a very real thing. A lot of people can feel who are overweight, right? No, let's be sympathetic here, okay? Let's not be like, oh, come on, big person, just eat a salad. That's rude. Although I literally did just watch a video of freaking Bill Burr, who's hilarious, on Conan O'Brien, do a 10-minute or 13-minute little segment where he's being interviewed, and holy fuck, he was so funny. He was just mad at this fat guy on his plane sitting beside him who took up too much of his seat beside him, and he was just like, he was just mad because he was considered a disability because he was big, and so he's like, screw you, fatty, eat a salad, like the rest of us. I just contradicted myself. Sorry, everyone who is overweight and sensitive about that. I do have sympathy for you, trust me. But I also think it's important to believe that, and I'm technically considered overweight. I'm not so overweight that you'd look at me like, oh, that guy's fat and needs to lose some pounds. But you might look at me like, oh, that guy might be slightly chubby. I'm 180, I found out, and which is really bad. I've been floating around 173, around that range, and then the last 2 weeks the scales have been telling me I'm in 180, which scares the shit out of me, because that means I've gained 10 pounds in the last month, which blows my mind because I've been maintaining 173 for the last 3 months prior, which is terrible. But anyways, Shouldn't be hard to get that weight off because I got that weight off pretty quickly. So my body weight seems to be sitting around 173, and that's considered overweight for myself. I don't know why, but it is. I should be sitting more close to 160, which isn't that far to go down, right? But I digress. Point being, we're getting off topic. Point being is that, yeah, so it's really important the fact that, like, if she hasn't expressed like openly, like, hey, I kind of want to lose weight. I don't feel like, even if it's not in reason like that, like I want to feel healthier and blah blah blah. If she's brought up these points ahead of time, that opens the conversation, right? If she didn't mention anything and she was happy with her life, happy being overweight, whatever, and that's her opinion, right? And her opinion alone to what she feels about her weight. But if she wasn't open about that and her dad brought up her weight, that's a different story. That is judgmental and hurtful, right? If she wasn't open about changing things, that is just like rude, because like you're forcing an opinion she didn't ask for on her, right? Whether it's good for her or not, it's not okay to do that to someone, okay? And that puts her and possibly the relationship between you and her in a very bad place, right? So whenever it's about weight, it should always, if you're concerned about maybe your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, brother, sister, a friend about their weight, you just like try to ease into that. Like if I had a friend and I was concerned about their weight, I'd be like, hey man, I know like this might be out of the blue, or like maybe they're talking about something, like maybe they're having problems with blood pressure in their leg or something like that, and they've kind of like talked about their health problems in a roundabout way where they don't want to talk about their weight. I think at that point you should be like, I think it is okay to be like, hey man, I understand you're having these problems, but like, just like I want to ask just straight up, because I care about you, do you feel like you're kind of ignoring that, like you're having these problems because of your weight? And if, you know, they could have all sorts of reactions, but if you have a good relationship with this friend, they could be like, well, hopefully they'll go, you know what, yeah, because it's just embarrassing for me, and it's screwed up, and it's hard to go through life like this, right? Because I've become an outcast, and I have all this, again, obviously I haven't been overweight in this situation, but I'm trying to imagine in the headspace of someone who is overweight to the point where it bothers them that much, right? And I can imagine it'd be like, you know, it's just, you know, it makes me low self-esteem because it makes me feel like I'm ugly and outside, you know, the societal norm of what people think is beautiful and stuff like that, right? You know, and you go, well, like that sucks, and I'm sad with you and for you for that. So that's why, but like and just say that, like, well, yeah, and you know, the fact that you're expressing all these horrible things with your blood pressure and stuff like that, and like how it makes you feel, and I'm glad you're telling me these things because I do care about you. So it's like, and you know, the reason why I'm bringing this up, and I'm glad you're being open about this, is because like I want the best for you. So if you want, I can help you, and we could talk about like, and like, let's say it's you're in a better situation. Maybe you are healthy. Maybe you don't know anything about health, but you have a less of a weight problem as this person, as your friend. But you could at least be like, hey, you know what, I'm trying to actually get into better shape. Do you want to like do something? Let's do something about this, because accountability on each other makes like journeys, like weight loss better, right? And so back to this girl's question and what her father is doing, right? With the incentive of making her lose weight on the idea that like, I'll send you to Paris. Like that's such a great and nice incentive. And for the long run, this other guy earlier, we already checked out his answers, you know, said like, you know, he cares, what is it? Your long-term health, like, right? You know, it's just, it's such a good way to frame it. If like the conference, so again, let's just back up here. All in all, if she opened the conversation and he talked about her in a respectful way, and the fact that she's confused whether this is a bad thing or not, kind of tells me that she probably did receive it in a good way, and her friends were the ones that told her it was bad or not. Maybe she had a little bit of bad reaction naturally, but the fact that she was confused, is this a bad or abusive situation, kind of shows that like she didn't think of it at first, and her friends then maybe she thought a little bit could be bad and asked her friends, and then they supported the negative side of this argument. But yeah, no, yeah. So all in all, I think everyone here just gave some great advice. Her dad seems like a pretty nice guy from what is going on here, and from what information we're getting, right? You don't know the full set of information unless you can literally talk and know the situation and relationship between the people involved and mentioned. But from what the information we're getting and how she's talking back at people giving the answers, I think she's in a really good situation where her father's a good guy, giving good incentive, friends being a little too negative on what he said, and should be like, at the least, her friends, if they think he's negative, be like, you know, well, hey, are you concerned about your weight? Like, do you think you should lose some pounds? Like, do you like, that sounds rude. I didn't mean like lose pounds. I don't know why that phrase, do you think you should lose some pounds? That sounds mean, because it sounds like you're some kind of object that needs to get like less in physical weight. That sounds mean, you know. Let's not. What I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, like her friend should be supporting her if she even considers the idea like maybe she is overweight and should be, you know, losing some weight to feel healthier, right? Like, it's weird that they wouldn't. I don't know. Whatever. We leave it as it is. We'll save. I'll PD save that for just in case in the future, in case someone else wants to keep that in. Anyways. So that's it for that segment was supposed to be called Real People, Real Problems. But yeah, also I'm going to check on the email in case anyone sent an email within that time. I doubt anyone did, because usually we don't really get emails that fast. No one sent an email. PD, no one did, right? No, PD's checking the email. There's nada. Okay. And Joe, I don't know. What do you think? I know what you're going to say, but, you know, worth asking. You're an equal here. What do you think? You got your big brain going. What do you think about that situation? Yeah, he just can't believe it. He just can't believe. He's outraged at how many people feel pain through their weight. You know, it sucks, but you know, good sentiment, Joe. Good sentiment. Yeah, he's smiling. He's happy he added something to the conversation at least. And with that, people, I think we are going to end the podcast. And you know, I like to end these with a good quote, but your boy actually forgot to have a quote ready. So, oh fuck. Actually, if I go on my Instagram, I might actually have one. Fuck. Yeah, because I saved stuff on my Instagram. Let me just try and pull that up real quick. I did save something on my phone, but my phone is charging in a separate room. Instagram. Yes. Okay, can I sign in? Am I already signed in? Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm not. Oh, am I? Am I going to be able to be signed in? Nope, forgot my password. Never mind. Okay. Let's do wise quotes. Let's just Google wise quotes, YOLO. 85 wise quotes. Hopefully one of these will be good. This is so scuffed for trying to end the podcast off. Let's see this one. Self-improvement and success go hand in hand. Taking the steps to make yourself a better and more well-rounded individual will improve to be a wise decision. Okay, that's kind of obvious. Is there a better one here? When looking for wise words, the best ones often come from our elders. True. I don't know. The wise person feels the pain of one arrow. The unwise feels the pain of two. Right. Yeah. I think I actually kind of like that quote, but because I think that quote means to focus yourself, right? And to like be aware of things in your life, because if you're unaware, you might get shot twice. I think it's trying to say. And if you're aware of things in your life, you can at least dodge one arrow and only take on one. Like, choose your suffering in life type of quote. So we'll go with that. You know, choose your own suffering. And Jordan Peterson even says that himself, because life is suffering. That's what the Buddha found in his great journey as he left his kingdom of riches and lived as a poor man for many a year. And his conclusion was that suffering is everywhere, whether you're rich or poor. So that you must find balance, right? You must choose your suffering in life. So pick your poison, because you're going to get one no matter what. So better pick the one you want and can handle, right? So I think that's the quote we're going to go with today. And so, yeah, thank you for listening to the Good Big Leg podcast. We will, after this, for those who are in the Twitch stream, at the end of this podcast, you get to listen to me playing live music for you for the next hour after this. And, yeah, and if you don't, I should probably I'll put all these live. I should plug this. If you're not following, I have a YouTube channel, Orange Peter. Follow me on Instagram, all that shit. Send in something to askbrp@gmail.com. If you want to hear your question answered on the show, because your question answered helps a lot of people. A problem solved is a problem solved for all. And yeah, if you want to curious about how I sound playing music, check out my Twitch streams. I do this every Thursday. Today is an exception, it's Friday, but every once a week I play guitar for an hour. And I do post it on my second YouTube channel. I believe it's called BRP Raw. I forget. I changed the name of it a few times. But yeah, I'll post a link in the Twitch chat for anyone who's interested. My second channel is there finally now, and I do post the guitar stuff. So if you're here for that after the podcast, get ready for that. If you're not, thank you for listening, and see you next week. And keep your leg going. Keep going, people. Keep laughing, keep exploring, and growing. Cheers.